Hello, welcome to my channel. Okay, so although I post videos on YouTube, I also learn from YouTube. Shocker. Yeah, I've been known to scroll and click and view on repeat videos to learn things. It's an incredible tool. So with that, I'm finally going to tackle something that has felt strangely intimidating to me. And as I'm learning, it's not. The category is composting. Okay? My mom got me a compost bin for Christmas, and I thought that it would inspire me to create compost here at my house. I have a garden, I cook a lot, but I always feel confused about how to do it, if I'm gonna do it wrong, is it gross? And I learned from watching a gazillion YouTube videos that all my misconceptions are pretty much wrong. There are things that work better than others, but the main thing is the balance of ingredients. It's like baking, but with worms. So I'm gonna go through a little bit of what I learned in my process, and hopefully this will inspire you, because it doesn't require a ton to get started with compost. You don't even necessarily have to have a backyard, although I think it probably does make it easier. So my hope is to avoid stinky smells and animals, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's my first time doing it, but I am gonna be making more cooking videos, and so you're gonna be seeing this beautiful thing. And when you do, you might be wondering, why is she putting things in a small, like, office trash can? It's not, okay? So here's my little composting bin. This is gonna be on my kitchen counter forever now. So get used to it. This is what I'll be using when I'm cooking. I just will keep it in front of me, and I'll use it for all of my scraps. Oh, you can't really see my cutting board, can you? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so imagining that I'm cooking potatoes, for example, which I do a lot because it's my favorite food. These also have some little sprouts on them, so I don't want those parts. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm just gonna cut these pieces off of it. So say I'm cooking potatoes, hypothetically, not that I'm gonna eat these. I'm definitely going to. One thing I learned is smaller pieces are better. If you imagine that this stuff is gonna be broken down, putting it into smaller pieces is just gonna make the process a little bit easier. So here I go, I'm putting my potatoes in there. So the do's of things you put in your compost are, in terms of like food from your kitchen, those things are going to be raw. Don't put cooked things in, and then also don't put meat or dairy products. Not that they can't compost, it's just that's the stuff that's gonna make it smelly. It's also the stuff that is gonna attract animals. Just don't do it. Oh, if I were to be putting onions or garlic into my meal, that's something that maybe hold off on until things start to get going, I think, because it can make your compost more acidic. It can throw off the balance a little bit, so just avoid that for now, even though it may seem rather tempting. Other things you could put in, let's see, I might have some stuff in my fridge that's kind of gotten a little tweak that I can put in. Oh yeah. Okay, so I found some carrots that have kind of gotten bendy and not great, so I'm gonna stick those in too. And not that I enjoy wasting food, but these are in the back of my fridge. They got a little funky, and now I know that they can actually just be reused. So the stuff that we're putting in here, that sound was fantastic. The stuff that we're putting in here is called green matter. So if you think about it, it's the fresh stuff. All the stuff that, even though I'm calling this stuff a little tweaked, it's not what I would eat, it's still green. This stuff is still alive. It's pretty vibrant, and that's all going in here. Goodbye. Thank you so much. You are going to be made into great soil now. My garden's really expanding, so I think that this is going to be the next step for me. Also, my fruit trees are going really crazy right now. I've got oranges, I've got lemons, I've got avocado. I've tried for years to grow avocado. Hasn't worked. This is my first time, and I have 2 avocados on my tree, so I'm pretty freaking excited. So this is our green matter. You can kind of see what's happening in here. So it's just like the chopped stuff, like stuff, peels, things like that you wouldn't normally use. And now it's gonna be turned into something nutritious and incredible for our soil. So with that, we're gonna mix in equal parts of green matter with brown matter. And brown matter is what you would expect, it's brown. So dead leaves. You can either find stuff, you know, if leaves are falling on the ground in your neighborhood, put them in a bag, grab them. People might think you're weird for a second. Who cares? You're doing something great. So first, let's go get some of our brown matter. Gorgeous. Who's ever had such a good time digging through their own stuff? This is fine, it's for the planet. So this is my brown matter. Granted, some of it's a little green, whatever. We'll call this part green, this part brown. And this is gonna be a huge part of our compost. This is what makes it fantastique, as they say. So now we're gonna put it in the big compost. Okay, here's my compost. This is what my mom got me for Christmas. It has these little snaps that you pull open on mine, and then this thing just slides open. It is tough to open. That makes it good so that other critters can't get in. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna start to stick my brown matter. Don't want that. Okay, so just organic materials, just brown stuff. I'm gonna go run and get more things. Oh, other things you can put in here. If you have like a paper shredder at home, if you want to put bits of paper, the main thing is to think about at first, I'd say, starting with really pure organic materials, not like your trash, like in terms of your old bale and stuff, just to start. Get it all kind of juicy. And then I feel like it'll break down other things. So I'm gonna go for about equal parts brown and green matter. So now I will grab my green matter. And here she is in all of her glory. So assuming I've just finished cooking, here's my beautiful things. I'm gonna dump it. So to speed up the process, I'm going to use a compost accelerator. It's got stuff in it that's gonna help break it down. It's got like alfalfa seeds and things like that. Here it is. Got stuff in it. I'm gonna stick that in. You want the wetness. Can you believe all these words that I'm using in this video? You want the wetness to be like a damp towel. This is looking a little too dry to me, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it so that it gets a little bit damp. That's why we're right here by the hose. Okay, just a little splash. It's looking better. So now, hypothetically, I'm cooking. Like, this is happening. And now I'm gonna give it a spin, mix it all up. And that's that. It's gonna take a couple months for this to really get to the place where I can actually use it. It's gonna look like soil. It's not gonna have a weird smell to it. It should almost smell sweet. And then I can just grab it from here and put it on my fruit trees, put it in my garden, and I can start to take all of these things that are just part of my life, part of my natural habitat, and use them to make my soil better. I mean, this is great, right? That's that. Okay, my hands are a little dirty, so I'm gonna wash my hands. And I'm gonna wash this. Fun fact, if this thing starts to get funky, you can wash it too. So now that I've washed up, I'm ready to go. It's not totally full yet, so I'm gonna put more into it as the week goes on, but I just wanted to get you a quick video now so that you can see it, understand it, and maybe you want to start one of your own. I don't know. We can do this journey together. If you have any tips, if there's anything that I missed or don't understand because I am new to this, I'm still figuring it out. It is a science in itself. Please comment below, let me know, because even though I've watched 500 videos, I'm sure there's someone out there that's like, oh, Brie, you're a fool. But that's okay. That's life. Well, with that, I hope that you feel happy and safe in your body. Thanks for being on this journey with me. Love you. Bye.